I'm Frank and Shi. Welcome back to The Wave. Thailand's crypto market is very competitive as 17 exchange or broker licensed operators have existed in the market, a global leading platform cooperating with Thailand's energy development giants aims to become the market leader within 2 years. So joining me now, of course, is Mr. Nirun Fuwattananukul, CEO of Gulf Binance. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for joining Thai PBS World. And of course, the first question we have to talk about the cooperation between Gulf Energy and Binance. This is a very, very important cooperation. Given that, of course, we talked about it, I met you at the Digital Asset Forum earlier this year. So I just want to understand how important the collaboration is.
Yeah, so of course they are our major shareholder of the Gulf Binance company.
Yeah.
Right? The reason why Binance and Gulf took this collaboration was because Gulf is one of the biggest conglomerates in Thailand, and given they are the biggest conglomerates, they have a lot of reach, they have a lot of network, which this network could benefit the business of Gulf Binance. That's from a business perspective, right? So what do you mean? What I mean by is the reach and the network could help drive the crypto adoption in Thailand, could help build the business for Gulf Binance, create education, reach to the bigger population. For example, Gulf has AIS as well, their affiliates companies.
Yes.
So having AIS could help, not just to promote crypto, but also educate the power of the new blockchain technology that we are trying to champion. So that's from the business perspective, right? But I think what's more important than just the business benefit is that Gulf has this vision to build the infrastructure for Thailand on blockchain technology. So that vision is something that I personally think it's very respectable. They are trying to build new businesses. They are into utilities, energy, telco, data centers. So they want to build infrastructure businesses, and they see blockchain as one of the future for Thailand, and that focus, that intention to build that using the power of Binance technology to Thailand. I think that's where we think that the partnership with Gulf will be very, very important.
That's very important because this is the way to expand your network very fast. And you talk about the cooperation with AIS too, one of the biggest telecom companies in Thailand. Of course, when the users in the AIS holders, when they could get some cryptocurrency from AIS too, right? This is the correct way.
I think there are many ways to do collaboration with AIS, right? I think, of course, from the very basic is a lot of people still don't know about crypto. I think we will talk about the market size of Thailand soon in the later questions, but there are still, most people don't understand crypto, and most people still have a misconception what crypto really is, or digital asset in general, right? They think that it's for speculations. A lot of people have misconception. I think it's important that if we have a channel that can bring about education, creating awareness of what this is, right? Why, and you can see that the awareness, the interest in cryptocurrencies and digital assets has been increasing. But the important thing is to make sure that they understand what it actually means. And having a large network like AIS, I think it's more important to tap this network for education purpose. But of course, we can do campaigns with AIS customers one way or another. But the more important thing is the education and the reach.
I think your strategy is very important. This is one of the strategies of Gulf Binance to enlarge your influence very fast. But in the market, you're not the only one of the biggest operators in this market, because we have seen, as what I said, more like 17 exchange and broker licenses operators in Thailand already. And of course, one of the biggest one, you are, I wouldn't say competitors, one of your friendly organization. Of course, I talked with him so much, with Big Corp, Top too. Of course, right now is this local exchange operator kind of leading this market already. But your aim is to become the market leader within 2 years. What's your strategy to achieve that goal?
we don't really comment about our competitors so much. The thing is,
it's a friendly organization.
A friendly organization. Sure. We don't comment about our friendly organization as well.
Yeah.
I think we are in this space together in the sense that we are trying to expand the market. Right?
Yeah.
So I think, like I mentioned to you earlier, there are still a lot of people who don't know about digital assets and cryptocurrencies, right? So I think as an industry, we want to work together to find a way to make sure that people are educated and invest responsibly, right? So, but of course, from a competition point of view, we all have our strategy on how we want to expand our market and gain market share, right? I think for us, it's important that we differentiate ourselves with what our strength is, right? So, Binance Thailand, Binance TH, we use the same technology as Binance.com. So that technology base is the same, right? So I think, and that's our key strength, right? So if you look at Binance.com previous, performance of their exchange, right, you can see that they hardly have any downtime, they hardly have any maintenance at all. So I think that technology that we are bringing to Thai people will be a differentiation factor. So that technology, that superior technology that can give seamless experience to the users would be important, right? People can trade, people can deposit, withdraw easily, right? Seamlessly. That's the first thing that I would mention.
Yeah.
Second thing is people want to go into use exchange for what? For buying, sell, and investment. So I think then they go to the market to buy stuff, right? Then you make sure that you find stuff that they want to buy. So I think that the second things that we want to do and do well is we have a wide variety of token selections for them to invest. Right? Right now we have about 120 plus tokens on our exchange platform, and we do plan to increase to 200, 300 in the short term. We want to bring as many tokens as possible. Right? Different people like to trade different stuff. Right? They like to trade Bitcoin, some want to trade layer 1, some want to trade layer 2, and then within cryptocurrency and digital asset, there are many themes, different sectors. We want to make sure that all the interesting tokens or the valuable tokens across different themes are made available on our platform. Right? So maybe I'll meet you again very soon. I can give you more updates about our token offerings. Right? So in the next few weeks or so, we'll add at least 50 or more tokens. So at the time, we believe that this will be another key differentiation factor for our platform. Number 3, I would say, is about services, right? Customer experience. Right? So customer experience, I would describe it as in-app experience. So when people actually use our app, how they like to use our app because our app is easy to use, right? Or if they have problems with the app, they cannot trade or have any problems, they can quickly find someone to fix their problems for them, right? So we want to lead by that as well. So we are very proud to be one of the exchanges. We pride ourselves for having more superior customer service, right? So people can contact our customer service and get their problem solved relatively quickly. We have very good AI bots that can help answer basic questions for customers, right? And our turnaround time to fix our customers' problem is also very fast. Overall, we get very high CSAT score for customers inquiring about our services or asking about the issues that they have. So that's that's just not the experience. We want to create events that you have been to the Digital Asset Forum. Right? We want to create more events, educational events, or entertainment events that tie in themes about cryptocurrency and digital assets, right? So that people want to join our events, join our campaign, join our activities, and be a part of our community, right? So that experience is about creating that community to build people who like the digital assets to come together and push this industry together. And the last part, of course, is about regulation. So regulation is important. Regulation brings confidence for the people, right? So the fact that SEC gives so many licensed operators, is a testament that they are trying very hard to make sure that people perform activities within the certain regulatory framework, right? So I think it's important that we work closely with the regulator to make sure that the things that we do are compliant, and being compliant will bring more users because they want to use someone that, okay, the SEC has reviewed and make sure that they are okay.
Fourth strength you talk about, I think very important, one of that is education, because not many people at this point, maybe right now in the world, just small part of people use crypto or facilitate crypto coin right now, but most of us, they do not understand. So education is very important. You talk about the regulations too. As in, of course, operators, they have to do compliance with regulators. You talk to SEC, you talk to Prime Minister Seta Thavisin about the crypto growth in Thailand. What's your suggestion, or what do you think about government's action right now on cryptocurrency? How to unlock the growth of cryptocurrency in Thailand is very important. So what's your thoughts about it?
So I want to just quickly say it was an honor to be able to meet the Prime Minister to discuss what he thought about cryptocurrency and digital assets, right? And he's very open. Right? He also thinks that when we talk about digital assets, we talk about not just the tokens, right, but also the underlying blockchain technology. Right? So he's very supportive of that. Right? He wants to make cryptocurrency, digital assets, and all this blockchain technology as one of the want to make Thailand to be a hub for that thing. That. So he talked in his policy. He talked about digital hub, financial hub as one of his vision, right? And blockchain is in the middle of between digital hub and financial hub. So he's very supportive. And we had a few discussions. We talked about like what are the things that as a private sectors we see that the government could support. He's very open to discussion. So I sent a list of initiatives that we thought could be useful. Right? Some of them are, well, first you have to look at the overall national policy first, right? Like from a government perspective, how do you attract investments into blockchain technology, right? So I'll give you another example. In Dubai, for example, Dubai is one of the jurisdictions that's very open to crypto, and in the past few years, they see a lot of FDI into the country, net investments into this space, and now Dubai is a big hub, very vibrant ecosystem of crypto, right? So I think if we have very clear policies from national policy to promote this space, right? For example, things like the BOI has the Board of Investments, they have special incentive to blockchain companies, get blockchain founders to move their headquarters in Thailand. I think that will help, right? A little bit more clearer, more clarity around taxation, right? So I think there has been some discussion around taxation on crypto, and I think the Prime Minister and the government is doing a good job trying to clarify a lot of this, but there's still more things to clarify, whether it's commodity, whether it's security, is it taxable, not taxable? So there's a lot of questions around that. And I think, and from a policy perspective, just like general education around, hey, this is something new that in most syllabus, in most curriculums should start to cover, right? Like 20 years ago, computer engineering was nowhere near the syllabus, right? But now it's everywhere. So having earlier understanding of this space, especially in the young people, could pave a way for greater adoption in the future. So I think that's from the national policy point of view. And there's also a second part, which is the regulatory policies, right? How you regulate the space. Right? So I think this is under the SEC, right? The Securities Exchange Commission, and I think there's a recognition that cryptocurrencies is very volatile assets, right? So of course, we have to give the end users, the end investors, understanding of what they're investing into, right? But at the same time, you have to balance that with innovation. Right? If you're too restrictive, then innovation is harder to make. Right? So innovation and regulation have to go hand in hand, and that balance is something that the SEC is trying to do, and they have been doing a very good job so far. And us as operators, we also work closely with the SEC to discuss all the latest trends and how we can expand this space responsibly as industry in the future. So I think all of that is very exciting, a lot of moving parts, right? I'm very, very happy that the Prime Minister is very supportive, and I see a bright future for Thailand.
So you think right now actually the government is quite open at this point, right? Not limited, quite open.
I think they have been more limited in the past, and then at least this new government has been a bit more has been more open-minded about the new technology, and can sense that from whether the national policies point of view or regulatory policy point of view, they are trying to be more accommodative. They are trying to listen more and willing to support the business more.
Do you talk about digital wallet scheme with the Prime Minister? Because it links to blockchain technology too, actually, behind. Do you suggest Gulf Binance to join in?
We did briefly mention about the digital wallet, because I did mention to the Prime Minister that this is his flagship campaign during the election, right? And I think a lot of people are looking at digital wallet.
Yeah.
So we did discuss that. We didn't go into a lot of details, but of course, as an operator, we also offer and said, hey, look, as Binance or Gulf Binance, we are expert in this space.
Yeah.
If the government would like to get any support, any question from a technical point of view, we are very happy to support, right?
Great.
And then we didn't go into detail, but of course the Prime Minister was very kind and said, yes, if we have problems, we come to you. But I think even right now, the digital wallet policy is still sort of in development stage. Yeah. It hasn't really finalized yet, right? But then, of course, if there's a way that Gulf Binance can support this initiative, we will be very happy to do so.
Another point is that we see the market size of Thailand is very big, actually.
Sure.
And we understand that Thailand ranks 10th worldwide in terms of crypto adoption. 21.9% of Thai embrace cryptocurrency. So, as you point out at the Digital Asset Forum 2 of Gulf Binance, that this is a very, very great potential for Gulf Binance to step in at this point. And so how do you analyze the Thailand's crypto market? Do you think would it go big in the future?
I think there's a lot of research. Right? The research, the 21.9% is one of the leading research. Right? The number 10 cryptocurrency index, crypto adoption index, that's based on Chainalysis, which is another leading crypto blockchain analyst firm. Right? So there's a lot of research around this, and in every research we see the same trend, which is compared to 4 years ago, the adoption of crypto has increased drastically everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world, right? And especially in the parts of the world where financial access is limited, right? That in those areas, let's say South America, Africa, those areas, we see a big jump in terms of crypto digital asset adoption. Now in Thailand, of course, we don't generally our financial monetary policy is very, very strong here, so we don't have issue with financial access. But nevertheless, there are a lot of interest in crypto. So we are still number 10. Right? I think it will continue to grow, right? And now Bitcoin is the Bitcoin spot ETF by the US.
Yes.
That is a huge catalyst that makes Bitcoin a bit more conventional, more mainstream. So that trend is coming, right? And I think given that we are number 10, I think we will keep being in the lead, and we will keep expanding because we are much more ready than everywhere else in the world, where there are much more crypto penetration.
And you talk about Bitcoin ETF too. ETF,
yes.
And Ethereum ETF is coming too, right? We're seeing that coming. It's not coming yet.
People are expecting.
Yes.
I think, personally, Ethereum is the number 2 biggest cryptocurrency digital asset. Right? So I think sooner or later the interest in this space expand. Of course, once Bitcoin sets precedence to be ETF, it's probably very likely that Ethereum and maybe the next few tokens could be in ETF in the future. But of course, these things, it's regulation in the US. Things go a little bit slower, so we'll see. But I'm bullish that it will happen at some point.
Yes. Little bit getting to your personal experience. As what you said on the platform at the Digital Asset Forum again, you said that you joined the crypto world in 2020, right? Am I correct? I think 2020, yes. So you have 4 year experience right now. You see the last halving season until April 20th this year, and we'll see another halving season. And right now we are in post-halving season. So we are thinking we are going to see a parabolic trajectory of Bitcoin. We are going to see that, but we are not sure because this is not financial advice. We have to say this. What do you think about it? Because you just talked about Bitcoin ETF.
Sure. Maybe I'll share with you a little bit about my experience.
Yes,
right?
please.
So I joined the industry very late, as I mentioned, right? So I joined the industry. I started buying my first crypto in 2020. Right? So before this, I used to be a fund manager. So I did traditional asset. I manage stocks, bonds for institutional investors, right? And for the longest time, I was not a believer. And I thought, like, Bitcoin, where is it? Can you touch it? What is it exactly? I think again, I was being very ignorant. I didn't do enough study to realize what actually Bitcoin stands for. Right? And once I had a chance to look into it and how transparent it is, how it could hold real value, right? Then I start to learn more. And of course, in the beginning, it was okay because of speculation. Or Bitcoin goes up, then I invest in Bitcoin. Then, of course, after 2020, 2021, the whole thing crashed.
Yes.
And I went down. Like, my portfolio was down 60, 70%, right?
Me too.
So then that volatility, then I had a chance to understand even more. Right? I said, okay, why did it go down? Right? Earlier it was all about pure excitement about speculation. And the price goes up, and when it goes down, then you try to understand, why does it go down? And what they comes to what fundamental value, what was the fundamental value of this thing? Then I realized that actually, yes, it goes up and goes down, and there's a lot of speculation in the space. But I also understand the underlying technology, what it could bring. Then I invest even more during the bottom, and now I'm doing relatively well.
Yep.
Right? So I think again, most people are like me, 5-6 years ago, who didn't understand or didn't really look into it enough. And I of course I would tell I blame myself not to learn about this earlier on,
yeah.
right? But again, it's still not too late.
Yeah.
Right? So we are 20% of Thai people, 5% of average around the world.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
people still don't know about crypto, right? So I wish Gulf Binance will be able to teach or educate people like me 5-6 years ago about this and get themselves to invest a little bit. You don't have to invest a lot, right? Of course, it's very volatile, right? And most institutional investors put 5% into smaller asset class for diversification. And I would say you can do an even smaller allocation than that to try it out, right?
Okay.
Typically, again, not financial advice, typically after having at least if you look at the trends over the last 4 or 5 halvings, last 3 halvings, the Bitcoin prices will sort of stable and before it goes up again. Right? Again, history may not repeat itself, right? So we don't know. But given the big demand, given the supply from halving that's being cut, so I think from a supply-demand dynamic, I am bullish that it will have a long-term growth in Bitcoin.
Yeah, before we finish, last question, very quick. I have to ask this gold question. So when would you see the peak according to experience, not financial advice?
So if you look at it, I mean, not official advice, if you look at, let's say, the last cycle, right?
Yep.
The last cycle, Bitcoin peaked in November 2021.
Yes.
Right? If you easily do 4-year cycle, right? I'm not doing any analysis, just basically based on previous
Just yourself.
No, not myself, just based on the graph.
Experience, based on the graph. Okay.
Graph, right? Last peak was 4 years ago. That means the next peak will be November 2025.
Yeah.
Based on if you believe in the 4-year cycle.
Okay.
Right? So I do think that right now we are. I mean, Bitcoin prices has gone up a lot in the last 6 months. I still think that we are in the bull market.
Yes.
We're still in bull market, and I think we'll be, if based on previous cycle, we'll still be in the bull market until next year. Yeah. And then, of course, in the meantime, there's a lot of factors. There will be more volatility. Right? Even the last cycle, it still goes up and down a lot. Right?
Yep.
I think, but we are still in the bull market for sure until next year, and beyond that, who knows, right?
Yeah. So we will see, of course, in this coming year and next year too. And to be honest, have to be very careful when investing in Bitcoin because we're gonna see much more volatility in the future. Okay, thank you for your time today. I think it's enough for you. So, Mr. Nirun Fuwattananukul, CEO of Gulf Binance. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank
ข
you.
อบคุณมากครับ